here as LGD, with Viego taking over, Gwen taking over. That's where they'll be able to shine.
And they can play sides so well, right? We know that Gwen, great DPS major.
From the volley bear, it becomes quite difficult to actually try and push in aggressively against these lanes if you're grouped up. So I think certainly for LGD, they'll be looking to try and get these solo lanes ahead in the early game.
And show us Season 11 with great passion for LGD game number 1. They've snagged Gwen, they've snagged the Viego. Kramer's been put on the Kai'Sa duty, which, let's be honest, maybe it's a little bit more competitive as Garvey versus ZS up in the top lane. Garvey wasn't expecting that and kind of just lets him walk in for the Tempest. But Dag does a priority up in the top side, so it is the first scuttle for Shadow while mid-gate turned on its head. Xie walks too far forward. Command attack. First blood for Xiao Xiaobao. Rough. Curious to see this replay, Dagda. He knew he was here.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he just thought that Hacker had gone to pat down towards the bottom side, thinking, okay, he's going to go for Scuttle, not control of mid, and he's going to continue that with the extra kill. SMLZ having control, but it feels like it's a great time to go for it.
It really is. It's up in the top side. Here's the gank instead. Shadow got onto ZS, and with the flash already burnt, Ignite down. Shadow picks up his first kill of the game thanks to Garvey.
And ZS was so upset with where that lane was positioned. It's really hard to try and shove it in against Garvey with the position that it's in. Garvey can trade incredibly effectively. The attack speed steroid that comes from his E means you're never trading effectively. And now Garvey again still gets to hold on to this wave, is completely free. And Hacker, after getting this dragon, will need to move up topside to try and make sure that ZS can crash that wave and reset. Oh, ZS, I'm so sorry, buddy.
Doesn't have flash. Teleports there. Okay, LGD pulled out the TP. Sonic Wave hasn't been used as of yet. Onto the Udyr, taking the engage. Shockwaves there. Pull Shadow back and set all the way back up to hitting level 6. ZS picks up his first kill as Mark's already roamed on up here. And Garvey gets a return. He gets to stay in the lane while ZS doesn't. Maybe that's a bit more worth for LGD. He's actually pinging towards the top side, so it could be a different lane to keep the momentum going as Garvey in a bit of trouble. There's the flash taken down here with the Sky Splitter Stormbringer into Garvey's harrowing miss. ZS in as well. The needlework does a lot of damage. The Sonic Wave execution, though, was just enough in the end, if only just enough.
Lee Sin and this poke virus can pop off, you're still waiting a long time for LGD.
Orbit, is this a pick? Harrowed Path is going to lead Share over to the side. Hacker's on him as well. They've caught him out with the control ward. He has to use the Heartbreak around. Shockwave whiffs though, but Xie still destroyed. SMLZ pokes him down, and he looked for the flank, but UP knew exactly what he was up to.
If he's able to get onto some of these key carries, can kick them back into Ultra Prime to set things up. So LGD trying to respect that as the Dragon has started.
And he has flash as well for the kick flash. Note that Xiao Xiaobao not without the flash for another 20 seconds, which won't be this fine. Dragon's being hit down pretty fiercely as 3.5k is the number. ZS is joining his team as 2k comes in. Sky Splitter there, Mark starts to engage. It's secured by the side of LGD, but Hacker's still running after them. Chilling Smite locks down Marco, shields up, flashes away, Garvey's in, and the harrowing miss, Disengager at least denying the damage. The needlework as well, so much there, Stormbringer on top, but Garvey survives for so long. Kramer now ready to go in his Shockwave, pulls back the 80 carry, but the kick from ZS, he goes back in with a Tempest, was so damn close, as well as SMLZ's poke. Man, ZS made the hero play, but LGD end up the 2-for-1 that we talked about as a potential for LGD.
But also, oh, hang on.
Maybe this is one of them. The flash in, instant flash from Share, Spectral Maw, Shockwave, not available. And that's an easy kill going over to the Viego. UP's response, well, they're going to try and hit mid with 3 and get this mid turret down.
And they should be able to get this down, which honestly for Ultra Prime is going to make things a hell of a lot easier.
They're collapsing. It's a death charge.
Again.
Teleport in. Shadow doesn't have his flash, but he's running at them. Teleport in response from ZS, who safeguards away. Mark misses the dredge line there. Rather, it was a little bit short. And
LGD are trying to see if they can find their advantages. Because, oh, hang on, Ultra Prime.
Yeah, they've just pulled the trigger. They know that LGD were backing away. And Ultra Prime have been controlling vision for the whole time. You mentioned the teleports there from Garvey. Xie doesn't have his either. He's just lucky that he's nearby. They're collapsing. The Baron's already gone down. It's the engage from ZS, who's taken down Kramer. Killer Instinct there, looking for the cripple. Comes in and smacks him in the face. Kramer's down, Baron secured, now they're on top of the Gwen. Garvey running away with a hallowed miss, but everyone's there. Needlework at the ready, but Shockwave says no. And UP just come in so clean with the quick call. that ZS is taking initiative here on the Lee Sin as Abyssal Voyage is actually used. Xiaoxi has followed this up. Kramer's caught out yet again. And this is not a good look for the AD carry who started the season with about 6 misclicks, mispositions. Dagda, they got Baron, they got a 30-second timer on this AD carry. That's at least the inhibitor.
And Hacker's just tanking this up. 1 minion remained, but Hacker was like, hey, look, as long as this minion survives, we get the debuff on the tower. So we're able to take that down. Ultra Prime now get the inhibitor. They'll back off. Actually, ZS has already nicely started up this dragon. And now you're looking...
Shadow does have 2 armor items there, so he'll be probably the only one that's going to be fine. But Dagda, just look at them approaching the turret. LGD either need an engage or just have to run. Shadow's trying to do that, but nothing's stuck.
But this is what we said, the wave... Oh, there we go.
Flash, shockwave's there, but LGD have just walked into this. Nice needlework to pick up Shouts Out Balance. That's the flank that really matters coming through. Killer Instinct into the backline. It didn't start off too great, but now it's going to end beautifully as Ultra Prime walk into the web. That is LGD's base. Because they walked into the shockwave first, Dagger, and I thought, okay, this is where game 1 ends. But Xie follows through and makes sure that this is going to work out in their favor.
Exactly. I mean, look at the position here, right? You've got ZS, who's completely out of the equation. So this is a 4 versus 5. And ZS has a good amount of the money that is around on Ultra Prime as well. But also, he's a big factor for the disengage. The Dragon Rage being able to buy, while still keeping LGD interested in this Baron.
They just have to make sure they also have a look at where Garvey is, because the engage from Mark, they've given it to him again. Shouts Out Bell gets knocked up. Shadows in, Share into the backline, and Garvey is the Gwen absorbing so much damage in that harrowed path. You can see Garvey moving away as well. First part of the needlework, Stormbringer to lock him down. Finally takes some damage, but Garvey has more ultimates to go. Jumps back in, snip time again, playing precariously. While in the backline, Kramer now jumping in, but Xie's getting low. LGD are playing on 2 fronts. And this is not what you'd call clean team fighting. Kramer trying to clean up what he can, but Dagda, I don't know what to say about that one.
So it didn't look too clean, but it was actually really well played by Ultra Prime in that fight, as Garvey now still needs to keep himself safe. But I will talk about as the replay comes in, but I want to talk about your eyes on SMLZ and just how good he was at spacing and having the team play to keep people off of him.
We'll have a look in a second. Dragon Soul coming up next here for Ultra Prime. We'll look again because it was a very long team fight where they try and corner Garvey.
So watch ZS here, where he's actually already used the Dragon Kick to buy space. So this is the second engagement that we have. But SMLZ, Viego tries to jump on him. You get the Tam Kench to keep him safe. They all turn to deal with Kramer, who's also jumped onto him on that top side. So again, Xiao Xiaobao and SMLZ are safe. Meanwhile, ZS is tearing asunder the back line for LGD. So it means people at bay, although as I say, that Shadow has found a sneaky flank.
Yeah, Xie as well, going to get the other side of it. Shadow's been targeted out. ZS is there. He'll be stunned up for now, and the graphic comes up on the bottom. Means we've got a team fight in the making. Maybe it was a little bit too early, but Garvey's going to be engaged on ZS without any energy. But Mark going into the backline, destroyed by Shouts Out Bell. What's a bit of a wombo in here as well. Watch Xie, watch Garvey taking care of ZS while Shoutsy's dead as well. Kramer cleaning up the rest. A triple on the side of SMLZ, but Ultra Prime have lost their 80 carry while TP comes through. ZS will be able to get out of there, but Kramer, Shadow, and Xie are still alive to start threatening the Baron.
Yeah, and as confusing as it is because it's a Viego, it's a triple for Xie. This guy went nuts in that fight, and this was the difference again, where we're looking at the ability to buy space for the backline. They weren't able to do it in this fight. The people like Xiaoxi and ZS weren't in a position to try and stop the onslaught from LGD. LGD are the ones that pick up the fight. They get the Baron, and now they can get control back on this map. They can start to create these longer lanes by getting down these towers. But watch, ZS goes in aggressive. Xiaoxi tries to aggress onto the bottom side of the fight here, which is the go button for Shadow. Because once Xiaoxi is away from SMLC and Xiao Xiaobao, that's when Mark and Shadow go in aggressive. They set up for Xie. The CC chain means that it's incredibly difficult for Xiaoxi to actually get onto the core carries. And as soon as Xiao Xiaobao goes down, that's a whole heap of burst damage that now Xie has access to. He takes down so many different members and then turns his attention towards the rest of Ultra Prime that are still alive.
The Gwen at that point now as well with the Cosmic Drive, as Shadow's going to be running at them. But UP, they know the threat here. Chelsea has to flash away. He's been caught out, and Garvey tackles him down. The needed work comes on in, and after snipping a couple of people, it's now 30 seconds till the next Dragon, and LGD are not slowing down.
And Shadow's been doing such a good job of finding these flanks consistently. Ultra Prime not keeping their vision control there to ward out as that
Mark
hook.
again. They've got the engage onto ZS. Shadow gets stunned in the backline. Shie, he's been spotted out though. LGD have abandoned him. He has to use the Heartbreaker, but he's way behind enemy lines. Lucky the turret went down. Lucky Mark survives. Ultra Prime almost picking a bit off the back end as Garvey, that is about 100 years. He just set Gwen back about, 10, 11 days there. Ultra Prime getting a pick that they shouldn't have, and now Dragon might actually be theirs.
Yeah, I don't know what Garvey was thinking. He just had to hop out of there and instead goes in aggressive, gives his life, and Ultra Prime now, this is Soul. This is a huge boon to this team.
That was bad. There's nothing more to say than Garvey Y. When you had teleport, you could go back and heal and threaten Dagda, Ocean Soul to Ultra Prime. Pushing it, leaving it, not adding any pressure. And Ultra Prime like, okay, fine, waves are crashing in. We're just going to start the Baron. We have priority, we have full vision. LGD can't get near us.
They do need to be careful though, because now they're split, and that's where LGD can pounce.
SLC's done a lot of damage onto Mark. Into the backline, the 3-man depth charge. Needed work starts off. Meanwhile, Kramer's there. He's got a lot of damage as well. Numbers advantage created. Killer instinct available. When does Kramer go into Shadow? Sets him up. Kramer into the backline. Onto SMLZ. He flushes forward. He's feeling himself. He's making up for going too far forward. Garvey doing the same. And LGD have caught Ultra Prime by surprise.
And all that Ultra Prime had to do is stay together. Buddy system is the way forward, but they don't go for it. They split up, and LGD realize that now they have the opportunity to collapse ZS though on the run. But with Garvey and Shie keeping him in check, he will go down. Although, may not. Oh, they're TPing. They're just looking to end.
They want to Dagda. Look at the death timers, though. Is that enough? Hacker, 15 seconds, 20 seconds on SMLZ and Chelsea. I don't think they can end the game here, Dagda, but have been proven wrong many different times. Needleworks there first. They're trying to dive Chelsea out. He's buying time with the Zhonya's here. The stopwatch ends up, and LGD take him down. Hacker's now alive, but SMLZ and Chelsea 5 seconds away. Stormbringer there. Hacker's still trying to delay, but he's dead as well. Volley Bear stolen by Shie as the first next turret goes down. Chelsea and SMLZ on their last defense, but it's way too late. LGD from the brink of despair bring a game 1 win.
Somehow LGD managed to bring that game back, and again, phenomenal.